Here we go. So I hope you guys all enjoyed I was like trying to figure out like an eye-catching, interesting, and then Cameron's like, oh my gosh, that was like the most hideous picture you could have picked for this call. But I got to go to a leadership meeting on Tuesday at corporate. And one of the first things I'll say is Doug Moss. He is the West Coast 5-star and above director or coaching help advisor. And he and I had a side chat where we talked about how about the team and about how you guys are. I'm like, I just feel like there's so much passion, there's so much heart, but I'm trying to figure out how I can help lead better. And so he asked me a little bit about what I'm talking about in my Get Started Right calls with my coaches. And I said, well, I'm talking about 3 vital behaviors. And he said, that's great. And I said, then we talk about, just sharing our story and making sure that we're active on Facebook and posting, so that way then we become a resource for people to go to in order to be able to find out more information and have that. And he said, that's great. And then he said, so tell me a little bit more about your training groups. How are they going? And I said, well, they're pretty much not going. And I said, because we're having a hard time struggling with whether or not we do, 1 post a day and everybody try and keep up with 1 post, or whether we do, here's all the training, you do it at your own pace. And he said, well, are you having any so are you actually running like a Coach Basics group? And so I kind of have I took Coach Basics and kind of made it my own. And he said, well, on the Get Started Right call, are you talking about goals with them and what their goals are? And I said, yeah. He said, and are you talking to them about becoming Emerald and hitting Success Club? And I said, yeah. And he said, and tell me more about what you say about that. And I said, well, we have this training. The goal is that within your first 30 days, you want to hit Emerald and Success Club so we can get your Shakeology paid for and get you going and tapping into those bonuses. And he said, whoa. He's like, seriously? And I'm like, what's wrong with that? And he said, he talked to Brandy Botts. Brandy Botts from January until to this month, May, and he said today when he called her, she has had 5 people sign up and go diamond in 45 days. So in, 2 months, having people go diamond. And he said, so I had to call her and I asked her what she was doing, because she obviously tweaked something or figured something out. And he said, this is what she told me. She told me that the biggest downfall or biggest roadblock in this business is your confidence and even your perspective. And he said, what she told him is that when I tell people when they sign up that Emerald and Success Club is the goal, that's within their first week of signing up as a coach. And she says, I tell them that the first thing they need to do is go find 2 people. Sign up your spouse. That means you need to find 1 other person in that next week. 1 person. You go to your crazy friend and you say, you're going to sign up and do this with me because we always do crazy things together, and you're going to do this challenge group with me, and you're going to become a coach so then you can get the discounts. And then, hey, you know what? If you're going to be a discount coach, the best way to be a discount coach is to be a free discount coach, meaning you're not having to pay for anything. So you're going to sign up with me and you're going to do this. And if you don't have a spouse to sign up, you have 2 friends, 2 people. And so the problem is that all of our Coach Basics things are being geared towards 30 days. And that is way too long for somebody to go Emerald. That is way too long for somebody to hit Success Club, because it puts it in their minds that it's hard, that it's going to take a whole entire month, that they're going to have to do a whole heck of a lot of work to get to that point. And she said, so I say, forget that. It's in a week. You're going to find 2 people who want to join as coaches. And then that's 4 Success Club points. You just find 1 other person, whether they join as a coach or as a customer, that's totally up to them. And so she said, every single coach that I've signed up this year has been an Emerald and hit Success Club their first week of coaching. So then they're hitting those milestones. They're getting confidence. They're having fun with it because they're also tapping into their enthusiasm and excitement. And so she's like, and then they're already automatically tapping into our team cycle bonuses. So not only have they made the commissions off of those people signing up, but now they're also tapping into the team cycle bonuses. So they're in profit-making mode within their second week. Do I need to fix that for you there, Andy? Okay, hold on real quick. Sorry, Sophia, the first stopped. So I said, okay, well, wow, okay, a week. And he said, well, do you believe somebody can become an Emerald and Success Club earner in a week? And I'm like, well, yeah, because, I've hit Success Club in a week. I've hit Success Club in a day, sometimes desperate measures. And I've hit Success Club in a day. And so he said, what I want you to start doing is I want you to start running Push to Emerald and have it be 2 weeks. And the goal is for that first week to become an Emerald. And then the second week, they become a solid Emerald. And he said, that way, then you start telling your team, it is not hard to hit Emerald. It is not hard to hit Success Club. You find the crazy people who are just like you. You tell them this is what they're going to do because they're your best friend, and you know that they're going to love it. And then adding on top of that, my own perspective is that we do have an awesome team. We have a really supportive team. I mean, I wrote that Wonder Woman post and like I was like crying because it's so true. We have such great friendships. I mean, I think back to the days when I would get up and I would do stuff for Scooter, and even when I was doing stuff and I had Andy, and it was very lonely and it was very much a struggle. And now I have a plethora of people to turn to and to connect with and to support me and to support them. And it has changed my life. Who wouldn't want to be a coach? Kind of approaching them that way. I know that we always feel like, oh, I feel very intimidated or feel very nervous about inviting people to coaching. Go out there with boldness, with the idea that you want to be on this team. You are lucky I am asking you to be on our team. You're lucky I thought of you. This is a very blessed opportunity that I am asking you to take a look at. Who wouldn't want to be a part of what we're doing, of this team, be a part of the friendships and the connections that we've got? And so changing your confidence into who wouldn't want to do this. Now think about who wouldn't love to be a part of this team, wouldn't love to be a part of a group of women who are supporting and connecting. So I feel like that's kind of where I'm starting to change my leadership mindset, and where I kind of have stumbled and failed in the past because I've been, saying, come on guys, let's try and do it. Let's try and do it. No, and that's where I found Brandy Botts, and he shared that link with me. Brandy Botts, going Emerald is a decision. You do it, and you just know you're going to do it, and you go out there with confidence and you say, this is what I'm doing. And not even who would like to join me, but I've got 2 spots of people that I'm mentoring this month. Who is going to be the lucky 2 to take those spots, and positioning yourself with the confidence. And we've got the training. It's there. We've got the support. They're not going to be left alone. So you can confidently invite people. So that was one thing as a side note that was very interesting, talking to Doug. And so he said that I need to become a little bit more, bad about this whole thing. Hey, Andy, the refrigerator door is left open. Please come up here and close it. Andy.
Hey, Lori.
Please close the refrigerator door. The refrigerator door. Not the bathroom door, the refrigerator door.
Lori,
close the door. Yeah.
Adrian and Carrie Lynn can't get on the call. It won't connect.
Well, open up the refrigerator door and close the drawer in there. Okay, let me see. It was stuck like crazy, but now it's not. Let me see what's going on with this. Did they have the right Zoom link? You guys clicked on the link, right?
Yeah.
It should be. Try again. Because I don't have any restrictions on. Waiting for host. Make sure they clicked on the right one. Yeah, because you guys clicked on, it's the right link, right? 699. Yeah. I'm like, you guys are on.
Right, yeah, I don't know. I just know that she said she couldn't get on. Should I just tell her it's being recorded or?
Yeah, let's see. It should work. Maybe it's because you guys are named Sarah.
Maybe.
I always knew it was special.
Try that again. We'll see. We'll keep going. Don't want to take everybody's time. But let's see. What are they saying? Let me just click and maybe they can restart a computer. I am recording it, so.
It's not the same.
That's weird that it's not letting them on. Okay, well, we'll see what Carolyn says.
Yeah.
My computer is junk. That's the next purchase for Carolyn, is a new computer. But yeah, so I'll just finish that thought too, is that I want you guys to have the confidence. I want you guys to understand that I believe in you guys. I know you can do it. I know that every single person on this team is a diamond, is a shiny diamond, because, you know, the other thing, like I was talking to you, Sarah, is that Sarah Hatch, is that people are lucky to have you guys in their corner, and to have you guys as friends, and to have your influence and your motivation, and have that, you know, positive person in their life. And so that's the other thing about the confidence factor, is that you guys are a part of it. And when people have failed over and over again, and pretty much everything else, you know, the reason why is because they haven't had you in their corner. You know, when somebody comes to me and they say, oh, well, I've tried this, I've tried that, it's not worked. And I'm like, well, that's because you haven't had me. You know, and now you do. And now it's going to be awesome, because we're going to connect together and we're going to do this together. So yeah, that's the other thing, that, you know, have the confidence, because you guys are amazing and awesome. And anyone is lucky to have you in their corner, supporting them and cheering them and motivating them on. I don't hear any more noise from Carolyn or Adrian, so maybe they decided to just watch the recording. So the other thing that Doug Moss then talked about to the group that I thought was really interesting was he talked about how he talks to 5-star diamonds and above. So he's talking to the top coaches. He's talking to, you know, Melanie Mitro, you know, Anita Myron, you know, Amy Silverman, you know, Brigitte Limper. I mean, he's talking to these coaches every single day. And he said, so he's not running the business, but what he's able to do then is he's able to talk to hundreds of the top coaches, the elite coaches, and find out how they're doing it. And he said the one funny thing is that he'll never forget is that Meg Wojcinski, when he was talking to her, and she was like a 3-star diamond at the time, he would talk to her after the national coach call, and he'd say, okay, so how's it going? And she's like, oh my gosh, I heard this on the national coach call. I'm going to change up my coach basics because Brandy said something on the call that was awesome, so I'm going to tweak it here. He's like, okay. So then he'd call her the next week, and he's like, how's it going? She's like, oh my gosh, I heard that coach call, and I am totally going to change my coach basics because, you know, because Amy Silverman said that she does this, and it's totally working, and so I'm totally going to do that. And he's like, hold on, like, the cool thing about this business is that you can be yourself. You can make it your own. And that's the secret sauce. The secret sauce is being yourself in this business. And that's very hard because we're not used to being ourselves in life. We're always, you know, trying to fit in and trying to copy people and trying to look at, you know, the people we admire and become them. And he said, it's when you are able to have fun with being yourself, you'll attract the people who are like you. So then it's just a natural growth, natural momentum, natural meshing together. And he said it's so interesting when he goes like to Brigida's retreats, and they are, 25 to 35-year-olds, and they're all moms who have already had like 3 to 5 kids. There's even some kids at the retreat crying in the background, and he's talking to them. And it's the same message, but he delivers it a little bit different way than to, say, Amy Silverman's group of coaches. When he goes there, they're all kind of like 20 to maybe 30. And, most of them aren't married yet. They got, tattoos all up and down their body, a few facial rings, sort of deal. And so he said, it's again, the same message that he gives, but it's tweaked in a different way. And he then talked about P90X and how because he said, he asked around the room, he said, what is your favorite program? And you heard PIO, 21-Day Fix, T25, Max 30, Body Beast, but nobody actually mentioned P90X. And he said, that's the funny thing, is that this company was founded on P90X. That was the first infomercial. The company had been doing programs forever, but the first infomercial was P90X that really took off. And he said that they wanted an extreme hardcore program that people could do at home. No more like 15-minute buns or, 20-minute abs. I mean, if you look actually in the on-demand, you'll see they actually put up some of their very, very first programs, and it's awesome to see them. You're like, wow, people bought that. So they wanted to do something extreme. So they came out with P90X, they did test groups, and they spent millions of dollars to run infomercials and failed miserably. So they do another test group and then do infomercials, and they failed miserably. They did that 3 times. And he said, do you want to know why it failed? And some people said, well, because it's extreme. People aren't used to doing things extreme, or maybe it looked too hard. And he said, here's the deal. He talked to a guy who was involved with the infomercial from the start to beginning, the process and procedure. And he said, it was on the 4th try that it took off. It like skyrocketed, blew out all records on the 4th try. So after having spent millions of dollars, so think about how you're in the business and you're working and it feels like you aren't getting anywhere, but you haven't spent millions of dollars failing like they did with P90X. And he said, so I said, well, what do you think it was? What did they feel like it was? Because, something had to change that 4th time. And the guy said, well, a lot of people wanted us to scrap the infomercial and start from the beginning. And he said, I don't know who it was, but somebody decided to keep the whole entire infomercial, but add an extra 3 to 5 second clip. And it's in the middle. And he said, if you watch it today, it's still there. And he said, you want to know what the clip is? The clip is the guy picking up his coffee table and moving it off to the side of his room. That 3 to 5 seconds, just a minor tweak of everything else was the same. They added that in, and that switched a light in people's head, and they went, I have room at home. I can do that at home. Because it showed the guy making room in his home to do the workout. So it didn't have anything to do with how extreme it was. It didn't have anything to do with all the equipment you needed. It was just simply the thing that was blocking most people was the fact that they didn't think they had room to do this type of workout at their home. And so he said, make this business yours. Look at the top coaches and see what they're doing. But don't try and do what they do. They didn't make the P90X infomercial like all the other infomercials out there. They didn't make it look like all the infomercials out there. They didn't copy text from the other infomercials out there. They didn't grab, stock footage from other infomercials that were out there. They made it their own. But when they realized it wasn't working, they decided they needed to tweak it. Same message, but it was delivered in just a little bit different way. And the way that they tweaked it was they made it so that it was appealing to the people who wanted to do an extreme workout. So they didn't make it less extreme. They didn't make it, any different. They just said, okay, how can we cater to the group of people who want to do this type of program. Hey, Carrie Lynn. And so it was that 3 to 5 second clip that changed the P90X infomercial. And Carrie Lynn, you'll have to watch the recording, so I'm not going to repeat it. and it's because of that Beachbody exists today. And so when something's not working, don't overhaul and change everything. Just find out what works for you. And when you can, do what you do best and be you, that's when this business will work the best. And so while we have all the training and we have all the different, resources, take it, absorb it, believe it, have confidence in it, and then go out there as you with the knowledge, the motivation, and the confidence to help other people the way you can. They then turn the time over to Arnold, and Arnold is awesome. He is the central United States and Canada regional manager, director, coach, advisor, and he is the one who talked about running like a bat out of hell. And I mean, oh my gosh, the guy said it like 10 times in his little training, and so that's why I kind of grabbed that photo because, and I looked at the lyrics and it's not a good song at all, but I like how it says, like a bat out of hell, be gone when the morning comes. When the night is over, like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone, gone, gone. Like a bat out of hell, I'll be gone when the morning comes. And that totally does go with what his message was. He was talking about the gaps in our life where you're here and you want to be over here. And it happens where, in business, in life in general. And it happens all the time. You hit a certain spot and there's a gap to get to the next spot. And he said, with this business, slow and steady does not win the race. Consistency does, but slow and steady doesn't. He said, because what happens when you're going slow and steady? You're walking and you're walking and you're walking, trying to fill that gap. And all of a sudden, bam, an objection comes and you stop because you don't have the momentum and you listen to it. And you have to put more momentum and more focus into getting over that objection, getting over that obstacle, getting over that trial. So then you're going back and you're trying to build up momentum again, but you decide to stay slow, and then bam, you get hit with another thing, a negative thought, a negative comment, somebody who puts an objection out there, somebody who is negative towards you. You start doubting yourself. When you go slow, you have time to think. And when you're thinking, well, usually that tends to bring up fears because action dispels fears. And so he said, but when you think about it, if you are flying like a bat out of hell from one spot to the other, you are going so fast that an obstacle comes up and you just plow through it. It has nothing against your momentum. You can't hear the objections that people have because you're going so fast. By the time it gets out of their mouth, you're gone. By the time somebody says no, you're already gone, moving on to the next person, the next thing, the next rank, the next paycheck, helping the next person who wants to say yes. He said, so you go from one spot to the other as fast as you can, because that's what's going to help you be able to get over the fears, because they're not going to stop you in your tracks. And he said, it's kind of referred to when they say like a bat out of hell out of like recklessness. And he said, we're not being reckless here, but we're not going slow. And it seriously, again, goes back to the confidence that Doug Moss talked about, where it's like, are you going to join or not? I got an awesome challenge group. Let me tell you, this Wonder Woman group is going to be amazing. You're going to have the most support you have ever had. You have failed all those times because you have not had a group like this. You have not had me in your corner. You have not had the fitness and nutrition that you've needed to, like you will have. Are you going to join or not? Because I got a whole list of other people I'm going to go talk to. And if you're not going to take a spot, I'm going to give it to somebody else. And you just go, 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 go. And it's when you're going that you don't have time to sit up and look around and see what other people are saying about you. You don't have time to look around and see what other people are doing and whether or not they're approving of what you're doing. You don't have time to think about whether or not this is working. because you are going for something amazing and great, and you're getting from one spot to the other, and it's happening. And so when you go and you set a goal, you go for it like a bat out of hell, and you are not stopping, and you are going for it. And there is nothing that's going to come between you and that goal. And your slow and steady people are the people that are going to add a customer here, add a challenger there, a coach maybe here, or a coach maybe there. And then in 6 months, they're going to say, this doesn't work. So instilling in yourself, instilling in your coaches, instilling in your customers and your challengers too. You tell them, my gosh, for the 21-day fix, I had one girl who said, well, I said, hey, how are you doing today? And she's like, well, today's my daughter's birthday, so, I'm going to leave it there. I said, you know what? You might as well. You might as well leave it there, because you just told me that you're afraid that you're going to have diabetes, and you're afraid that your daughter's going to have diabetes. And so if you're not committed to doing this, you might as well leave it there and return your challenge pack. And she wrote back, she was like, what are you talking about? And I said, because you're not committed. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time checking in on you. Are you committed or not? Because I don't want to write you and have you say something like this again, because I got other people who are really committed and really willing and really, really ready. And it doesn't sound like that's you right now. And she said, well, wait. I mean, it was just a birthday party, and I just kind of splurged and had a really bad day today. But I'm really going to do this. And I said, well, this is the third time you've said that. And so she said, well, no, I really am. And I said, you think about that, and you write down why you're committed. And now you check in with me. I'm not going to be checking in with you anymore, because I'm checking in with those who are committed. And so then she wrote back this really, really, really long message. And she said, thank you. Because I've been feeling like crap, and I've been beating myself up, and I've been playing the role of victim. And you just gave my butt, a whooping. And said, I needed that. And so obviously you have to know the person you're talking to. But you know what? We don't have time to waste on people who aren't invested, because there are so many people. There are so many people who need our help and who are ready and excited and willing to do it. And working with those who aren't going to be excited and be invested is taking your time away from those people who are. And so really, I want you guys to just, grab this. Grab the goal that you've got. Grab the rank advancement. Grab the emerald. Look at it as 2 more people helping financially. Grab the Wonder Woman Challenge Group goal, and it's not I'm going to try and get 3. I will have 3 people in that group. It's a decision. Make that decision and make it now. Make it today. And don't stop and don't slow down to coddle to the excuses of the people who aren't ready. You let them know that you love them. You can understand the position they're in, but you are going for it, and you are ready, and you are going to take the people who are ready with you, and you're going to shoot out of there like none other, like a bat out of hell. And you are going, and you will be gone tomorrow. Make their decision now. If they're not ready, they can come find you when they are. And make that commitment to help as many people as possible. Don't be dragged down by excuses. Don't be dragged down by obstacles. Don't be dragged down by objections. Don't be dragged down by the people who aren't ready, because there are people who are ready, and they're going to run with you, and they're going to make it happen with you. And so that was what I took out of this leadership meeting, was that we have only scratched the surface. They talked about how we are 300,000 coaches. I'm on a call. I'm sorry, Andy. 300,000 coaches, and we are only in United States and Canada. Like, we haven't opened up to the world yet. And he had talked about how there are executive vice presidents right now from other companies who are interviewing to become directors at Beachbody, to take places like Doug Moss and like Arnold and like these other people. They are leaving their executive, top-notch roles in the companies that they are in to become, a step or 2 above customer service at Beachbody. because they know Beachbody's doing it right. They know that Beachbody is going someplace, and they know that there is no other company that's like Beachbody. And so you can even be confident with that. Be confident in the fact that our programs are known everywhere. We're a household name. Our programs are being, okay, maybe this isn't as cool as it was before politically, but our programs are being used in the halls of Congress. They have a P90X gym set up in Congress gym, sort of deal. Celebrities are using our programs. They're drinking Shakeology. They're becoming coaches themselves. And we have the best company. And we, on a smaller focus, have the best team ever. It was awesome talking to Doug about you guys. And he said, you guys are amazing and awesome, and we just need to light a fire because we've got what it takes to be the top. We've got what it takes to have everybody be the shiny diamond I know you guys are, to have an amazing team. We've got what it takes. We just need to have more people who have what it takes. And you guys know them. They're out there. And so show up. Don't listen to the people who aren't ready. Find the people who are and go at it like a bat out of hell. So that is the call today. I would say, Carolyn, is Angel coming to your house tonight? Okay, because I want to give her a big hug and a high five because she has really lit a fire with getting things going for herself. And I am going to start a push to Emerald 2 weeks. Like 2 weeks. Every single one of you know 2 people who can do this with us. Do a challenge group with a discount. Build as a coach. From your table, build a side income that starts paying off your mortgage. You know, every single one of you guys know those type of people. We just need to be more bold and more proactive in inviting them. And so, hold on to your hats because it's gonna be awesome. So Monday, I put together, and that's the cool thing about these free groups. It's an arms and shoulders challenge. So that way then the clean eating one, I usually try and start earlier because they usually have to go grocery shopping. And there's a lot of questions that are nitpicky about what they can and can't eat. And like, you're kind of missing the mark here. This is like 101. Yeah, so I've got a free arm and shoulder group. I encourage all of you guys to either invite to that one or to, create your own event for that. Put your own picture of you working out up there as a cover photo. Use PicMonkey. And then you can add them into the Force Fitness Huddle. You don't have to use my event that I've created with my own words and my email. But just this Wonder Woman group, I think, is going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. And us focusing all of our love, all of our passion, all of our attention into one group is like, it's going to be mind blowing. So, anybody have any questions? Anybody have any thoughts?
Good.
Awesome.
Get diamonds. The goal.
Yes. Awesome. Okay. So, yes, I got it technically in less than half an hour. All right. Well then, I'll since this is recorded, I'll put it up on YouTube and post it in the group. And then when I post things, you guys tag your coaches. Even if they're not active, tag them underneath things. Tag them underneath these coach calls. Let them know that you're thinking of them. Sarah, I know that there's a few coaches that you have. I tag everybody. Whether or not they've been active in the group, just tag them. That way, then you let them know you're thinking of them. And you know what? You never know if they might hop on and listen to something, and it might hit them where they need it. So, and it's hard for me to sit there and tag everybody. So, Winter Emerald, you're now in charge of tagging your coaches in the things that I'm posting. And Carolyn, and let Adrienne know too that everybody's allowed to hop on here and tag everybody. This can be the big meat and potatoes type of call.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Well then, I'm gonna go shower.
Me too.
And yeah, because I have time before I gotta go get Scooter. Then I'm gonna get Scooter and see what he's been up to today. So, all right.
Okay. See you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.